Senator Kevin Cramer, North Dakota, member of the Senate Armed Services Committee. Yeah, well, I think it's interesting because there's been some confusion over some of the communications, perhaps. But the bottom line is that our president is committed, to ensuring strong political support for the Kurds in Syria, while he is obviously calling for an orderly withdrawal of troops on the ground from Syria. He's not going to abandon the Kurdish people, and that's so important. Whether it's in our intervention with Turkey, which is of course very important politically, or having troops in the area, making sure that we have allied forces on the ground that are well equipped, well trained, and of course well led. I've been pleased by recent reassurances by the administration that the withdrawal is, while it's purposeful, it's also going to be orderly and make sure that there are conditions on the ground that make sure our very good friends and allies are taken care of. Well, they have to continually maintain pressure to make sure that they know how serious and how committed we are to the Kurdish people, and how serious and how committed we are to their security and safety, and that while Turkey is an ally, so are our friends the Kurds, and that we'll be watching carefully. I think that it's that political diplomacy that's so critical at this time, and certainly going into the future. Yeah, well, first of all, I think we as leaders, we as arbiters in that region, ought to facilitate discussions, but we also as Americans need to make sure not only that discussions take place, but that actions are followed through with, and that the Kurdish people are protected. So, believe me, there's plenty that the country of Turkey wants and needs from the United States. There's plenty that we want, and there's plenty that the Kurds have given and provided for us. And nobody has put their necks out further for the United States in the region than the people, than the Kurdish people. And so we owe it to them and to you, this great debt. So that's why it's important that we keep talking to you. It's important why we keep communicating to the leadership in Turkey, and that we continue to reassure the Kurdish people that the United States stands with them. My heart just softens when I think about the sacrifice that people have made for their own freedom and for their own security, and that the United States has been there to stand with them. To me, it's the highest ideal of the spread of freedom beyond our own country and our own continent and even our own hemisphere. So it's, I love bumping into you in the halls of Congress.